This is Wicked Rhody, a wicked good podcast about Rhode Island events and life. Hello and welcome back. My name's Mary Larson.
And I'm Ben DeCastro. Thank you so much for tuning in and joining us on the weekend of Christmas.
That's right. It's here, my friend.
Yes, and the day this comes out, this is the shortest day of the year.
Ooh.
Is what people say. But,
winter solstice.
Right. But in reality, folks, there's still 24 hours. We didn't lose any minutes. We didn't lose any time. It's less sunlight.
Truly.
It's the darkest day of the year.
Darkest day of the year.
Which sounds so sad leading up to...
It truly does.
Leading up to Christmas.
Oh.
Kind of like it, though. That's all right. No. But,
well, there's lots of places that do, events for the darkest day of the year.
Oh, totally.
It's really fun. I dig it. I like it. And thank goodness, because it means after the day that this episode comes out, the daytime is going to start to get longer.
Right. Good point. Now, will you go out to any of the... Like, I see it all the time. It pops up, like, solstice yoga and stuff. And it's usually in the middle of the night, and I can't go because I go to bed too early. Because that's what happens. I don't know. I might try to go to something. This, I feel like, is the first year that I would be able to, since I don't have, like, a baby. But I don't know. We'll see. I might just fall asleep. Well, so we'll see. We'll see how it goes. I think that's a great way to celebrate.
Me too. Speaking of celebrating, I've been in the kitchen a lot, so we're going to be having a lot of festivities next week, of course. And I want to know, Ben, like, what is your go-to holiday snack or appetizer or anything like that?
That is a great question.
I know, right?
I don't know that I have one.
Ooh, okay.
Because I've never... Although, I'll tell you this. A couple weeks ago, Sue and I had to travel up to see her family up in upstate New York. Mm-hmm. And we went to a grocery store called Wegmans, which is popular up there. There's a few around here, but they're far away. And I tried for the first time ever a roasted chestnut.
Oh.
And it was good.
Good for you.
I've considered... getting chestnuts and roasting them, not necessarily on an open fire because we don't have a fireplace here, but they're very sweet. It was good. So
kicking it old school, my friend.
Yeah,
I like it.
They were handing them out, the little samples when you walk in, like any kind of grocery store does. So I'm like, yeah, give it a shot. Why not?
Nice.
So.
I dig it. Awesome. Well,
what about you?
I'm baking up a storm. I'm a huge fan of making Christmas cookies, so that's been my big thing. I've been listening to a lot of podcasts while I've been baking. I can tell you that.
I thought you were going to say a lot of podcasts doing research, like the Cookie Cast.
Oh yeah, no, the Cookie Cast. That would be a good name for a podcast.
We better capitalize on that way in case anybody tries to steal it. We just sell them. It's like when the internet first came out and people started buying Coca-Cola.com and Nike.com and started seeing if they could sell it back. So with the holiday here, the amount of events are kind of like, I don't know. I was looking around and it just seems like everything's kind of chilled out. But next week is Kid Vacation Week, and then obviously that leads into the New Year's Day and all that stuff. So we'll have plenty of stuff to talk about as well next week with all the different things. Is there a thing? You got kids. Is there a thing like between Christmas and New Year's, like summer camps, like winter camps that you send the kids off to? Or is this more of the...
I think there are. I don't think there are for kids my age, the gremlin age, when you really could use kind of a camp. But yeah, I think that there probably is. But on the flip side, we often have family come up and the cousins become the winter camp. They preoccupy the kids. I'm really crossing my fingers for some snow because our kids are going to be getting some sleds and some really great snow toys. And I bet a lot of parents feel the same way, that if we can get some snow over holiday break, that would break up the monotony a little bit for us.
Well, we'll send the memo to Mark Searles over at NBC 10 so he can deliver us some snow for Christmas. So if you're tuned in while you're on the road, maybe you're doing that last bit of wrapping you got to get done, getting errands done, listen, we'll have all the links and info for you in the show notes. Just go to our website, wickedruddypodcast.com.
So what do you have for this week's Wicked Interesting Pick for the Week?
This is something that's really cool. If you want to make the most, if you haven't finished up your holiday shopping yet, well, I've got a great opportunity for you to do that. It's the Bristol Snowflake Raffle. It's the 10th annual, hosted by the Bristol Merchants Association. And, you know, the raffle's been going on, like, all up and through the past number of weeks. But the actual raffle takes place on December 22nd, which is, you know, Saturday night, and you could win cash prizes. So the raffle takes place on Lower State Street between Hope and Thames, which is, you know, in Bristol. The drawing begins promptly at 5 p.m., and you must be present to win. Now, restrictions do apply, but here's the great thing. All the shops are lit up. It's like a walking, living, if there's snow, it's like a walking, living snow globe happening. Yeah, so there's a lot of stuff to go check out. Local events are always our favorite. Local shops are always our favorite as well, because that's a great place to get a gift if you are looking for a gift. Santa will be there, despite his upcoming schedule of going, you know, all night long as he circles the globe and delivers to the good boys and girls all across the world. That'll be happening. Santa will be there as well. And look, it's one of those things where you see these small little events get together and you can walk around. They'll have carolers. It's just a great vibe. So it's go down to where just go down where you go for the parade. And that's where it'll be. It's instead of red, white, and blue, it's all red and green down there. It's the Bristol Snowflake Raffle. It's their 10th annual one. It truly is something special. They got the street all lit up with the lights and all the other good stuff down there. So don't miss it. That's our wicked interesting pick of the week. Here is the wicked fun in the 401.
So maybe you don't want to be around kids the whole weekend, the whole week, or at all this holiday season. You've had your fill of hearing about these little children events. Well, I've got an event for 18 plus. If you want to be around adults, and if you want to wear an ugly sweater, 'tis the season, my friends. 'Tis the season. So the Shelter Arcade Bar, which is in Providence, they're going to be having an ugly sweater party, 18 plus, with free refreshments happening Saturday at 6:30 p.m. So, of course, they're going to just be letting you relive those simpler times just by rocking that awesome ugly sweater party. There's going to be board games, Christmas movies, plates of cookies, cups of hot cocoa. It's a really, really low-key, no-cost event just to help you unwind during the holiday season. So it is, if you're over 21, it's free, completely free. If you are 18 to 20, they are going to charge you. I don't know why, man, but it's going to be $5 if you're 18 to 20. But you know what? People who don't have to pay major bills yet, they can spend the money. Us real adults, we have things to do.
Yeah, I think it's possibly to help balance out if they're 18 to 20, they're not buying beverages, yes, of the alcoholic persuasion.
So in addition to the cookies and cocoa, there of course will be free arcade games. They're welcoming that if you have canned goods, they would love for you to bring those in to donate to the needy. But once again, it's just going to be a low-key event starting at 6:30. So if you are tuckered out from all the shopping and all the merriment, but you just want to get out, have a low-key evening playing some video games in an ugly sweater, head on over to the Shelter Bar Arcade on Saturday night.
Awesome. If you want something totally opposite of that, we're loaded with kids and just fun. Although, you know what? This is cool. So Cinema World and CW Lanes and Games up in Lincoln, Rhode Island, it's a great venue. They've got a ton of stuff. It's over there by the Lincoln Mall. It's just it's a great place to go burn off a lot of energy. They've got a lot of great stuff happening. They are doing something so cool. They have their first ever Winter Kids Fest. And I've said it backwards. I've said Kid Winter Fest a bunch of times. But no, it's Winter Kid Fest. They've been doing free films right up and through the 24th, every day at 11 a.m. So if you need something to do with the kids this weekend, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday at 11 a.m., you can go there and catch a free movie. The adults are just $2. Or you're free with a non-perishable food item to donate to little, to donate and whatnot. But they've got all the fun movies happening. Now, listen, there are, you see all these different Polar Express, different events happening and everything, and they're very expensive.
Yes.
And if little child gets upset halfway through, that makes it even worse.
Yeah.
You sit here and you will enjoy this. This is free. So, of course, it's a great thing to support them, but it's also a great way to help, just help ease the stress of the holiday. This is something great to check out. And after Christmas, if you need something to do, obviously, there's lots of great things over there you can always go up and check out. But it is the Winter Kid Fest at Cineworld and CW Lanes and Games in Lincoln.
Amazing.
Great location.
Well, this next one, it technically is just over the border, but honestly, Attleboro is pretty much Pawtucket. Like, let's be real. You hop, skip, and a jump, and suddenly you're in Attleboro. So I wanted to sneak this in. The La Salette Festival of Lights. I feel like you either have gone a million times throughout your life or you've never been. And if you're someone who's never been to La Salette during the holiday season, I highly encourage you to go. Even if this isn't necessarily your religion that you want to be participating in the religious aspects, the lights, the spectacles there are unbelievable. But if you're someone who likes to drive around looking for houses that are decorated with Christmas decorations, I highly recommend you just go to La Salette. Get yourself a hot chocolate or a hot apple cider while you're there and just stroll around. The amount of lights that they have decked throughout their yard, the facilities, it is mind-boggling. Have you been recently, Ben?
I went a couple of years ago. I haven't been. I didn't go last year, and I haven't been yet this year. But the hope is to get back there at some point, of course.
Yeah.
But you're right. It's always a great time. It's a wonderful organization to support. Again, like you said, even if that's not technically or your religion of preference. They are welcoming to everybody. Come on in.
It's a free event.
Of course, it's free. You can drop a few coins over there. They have, hot chocolate and little snacks for you to purchase. You can see they have a Christmas nativity display inside with nativity scenes from all across the world.
Yes.
I mean, some of these things are like so like priceless.
Exactly. Really
works
neat.
of art. Yeah, absolutely. So, are you going to be taking said children there?
I have in the past. I went just recently. I think I went like last weekend or the weekend before without my kids. Going with or without kids is great.
Yeah.
But I just always try to make sure that I go every year. It really is. I just love lights. I just love the magic of the season. So I wanted to make sure that if any of you haven't ever been, to definitely check it out.
I feel kind of awkward listing that under, Wicked Romantic. Like, cuddle up with the baby Jesus. No, it's just like, it's not.
Yeah, that's why it's in the Wicked fun.
Stay focused, Ben. Stay focused. The Stadium Theater has A Christmas Carol. They've been running it, and they've got their final shows coming up Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Friday at 7:30 p.m., Saturday 2 shows, a 2 o'clock matinee, and at 7:30 p.m. at night, and then on Sunday at 2 o'clock. They do such a wonderful job up there at the Stadium Theater. It's a great cast. It's a beautiful, it's one of our favorite places to go and check out. You can feast your eyes on the extravagant scenery, lavish costumes, dramatic lighting, fog, and flying ghosts. That's right, the ghosts, they do fly. You'll leave the theater beaming with holiday excitement. Of course, great places to go eat up and around that area. And folks, like I've said before, this is a local production of it. It's the Trinity Rep. I love those guys. They're practically sold out. Okay,
yes.
So if you missed that, or you already saw that one and you want to see another one with other folks, this is a great thing to check out. Right up there, up in Woonsocket, it is A Christmas Carol at the Stadium Theater.
Ben, why don't you tell us what this week's Wicked family-friendly event is?
A Wicked family-friendly event happening at the Thirsty Beaver in Cranston. Ladies and gentlemen, get yourself ready. Brace yourself. On Sunday,
ready.
December 23rd, from 10 a.m. to 12 p.m., a frozen princess brunch buffet.
Be still my heart.
That's it.
Be still my heart.
It is going to be amazing. And look, it's only $12.95 for kids, $22.95 for adults, which includes pictures with the princesses.
Perfect.
Elsa and Anna. You don't have to pay extra for that. That's included with your meal. Thirsty Beaver, right nearby you in Cranston.
Awesome.
It's a wonderful venue over there. Tom and the whole team, they always do great events. They've done toy drives there. They've done food drives there. They're just always just doing whatever they can to support the community. I saw this. I said, we gotta promote this. So on Sunday from 10 to noon, the Frozen Princess Holiday Brunch right there at the Thirsty Beaver in Cranston. Have you ever been there? Have you been there lately? Or
no, is there a Thirsty Beaver in the northern part of the state? Or is this the only Thirsty Beaver?
There's a different,
beaver?
Something like that. Well, there's many beavers. They build many a dams.
I don't know.
I
think I've been to this Thirsty Beaver. I think I have.
Yeah. Pretty sure you have.
I'm pretty sure I have. Yeah.
Yes. But it's
the other part of Cranston that I don't go to that much.
It's the well, you got to have your passport. It's the
I know, honestly.
It's a cool event, and Ed Brady, who does a great job just putting all this stuff together.
Yes.
He is if you've dined at one of his venues, you've dined at them all because they're always delicious food, different genres, different styles, and he's like one of the few people that actually can master all these different styles. Okay,
Agreed.
I want to have this new style here. I want to have a classic style here. I want to have a country style bar here. He's nailed it. He really does, and he does a great job. So shout out to our buddy Ed Brady and his crew. But the Frozen Princess Holiday Brunch on Sunday, December 23rd at the Thirsty Beaver. Don't miss it. Thank you, Madonna. If you are in a one-horse open sleigh, don't worry. Those dogs won't have to mush too far because you're never more than 18 and a half miles from the ocean, Connecticut, or Massachusetts. So Borderline brings you events that are just over the border. Mary, you're taking us to Connecticut, aren't you?
Oh, my goodness. I need to shout it from the rooftops about Mystic Aquarium right now.
Okay.
Because I went to go see the animals last week with my little lass, just trying to find some fun things to do. It's a great time to go because so much of the facility is indoors, but then the animals that are outdoors, they like the cold. Beluga whales and seals like the cold. Penguins like the cold. So they're all out chilling and having a blast. But the great thing going on right now at Mystic Aquarium is it's Winterfest with Rudolph and friends. So there's going to be photos that you can take this weekend with the different characters, lots of fun events, but they're also playing Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, an abridged version, like a 15-minute version in 4D. And that's why I really wanted to tell everybody about this. I feel like everyone's seen the old-fashioned claymation Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer movie, right? Mm-hmm. You know what I'm talking about?
Yes, yeah. It's
a classic, right? It's a classic.
It reminds me of Gumby.
Yes. So in Mystic Aquarium right now, you put on your 3D glasses, get to see the movie in 3D, but then all of a sudden, the room fills with the scent of pine, snow comes down, bubbles fly, wind gusts appear and hit the backs of your legs while the abominable snowman's chasing after you. It took my 3-year-old's experience and love for Rudolph to an entirely different level. So if you feel like your kids or you yourself, to be honest, most of the theater was adults and they were laughing more than my child.
Really?
If you like Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, I highly recommend you head on over to Mystic Aquarium. You do not want to miss out. Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer in 4D in all of Winterfest going on at Mystic.
That is awesome. If you want to go to Massachusetts and maybe you want to do something a little different and you got a ugly holiday sweater, you can go up. It's the second annual Ugly Sweater Run, hosted by Marathon Sports, right up in Mansfield, Massachusetts. So that's maybe 5-8 minutes from Pawtucket. The line.
Agreed.
Right there.
Agreed.
It's just right over the line there, and it's a fun and festive run, and it's followed by a holiday party right there in the store. Now, in lieu of a registration fee, they're asking you to please bring a new unwrapped toy so they can donate to Toys for Tots, and they'll have prizes there for the ugliest sweater.
Nice.
So that's taking place on Saturday at 11 o'clock. Of course, you can go online and register, do all the fun stuff there. But, if here's the question. Is it that we have all these modern holiday sweaters now that I'm sure are, like, perfectly, like, it's got good fabric or good, it's not wool, it's not, like, causing chafing and everything. Is that considered cheating? I would say you'd have to get an ugly holiday sweater, say, from the 40s or the 50s, when they made this stuff literally out of steel wool.
Yes.
You can't go near any kind of a candle because it is potentially flammable.
Agreed.
But I feel like if you ran wearing that, you're more of a champion.
Yes.
Because you now have
you'd probably bleed.
Yes. And, it's like our buddy Chad Rhody, bleed for this. It's like... Vinny Paz didn't have to fight. He just had to run an ugly sweater.
An old sweater. I agree with you. It's so funny how like the sweater craze has really taken over. I mean, back even 10, 15 years ago, people were wearing ugly sweaters. They would just go to Savers. They would buy an old sweater. They would raid their grandmother's closet, be like, "Grandma, I need to borrow this." And really you were making fun of it when you were at the party. But then the switch happened. So Spencer Gifts, Newberry Comics, all sorts of places, even Target, they sell ugly Christmas sweaters, which are actually very nice, very soft. Many of them even light up. There's like light up things going on. So I agree. If you want to do straight up really ugly sweater, you need to go through the old but
school.
Good.
Rocket old school. If you are not leaving an ugly sweater party without having to load up on Benadryl and Neosporin, potentially a ride to the emergency room, I think you're cheating it.
Agreed.
And I think the ghost of Christmas past will haunt you, and you'll never see the ghost of Christmas present. Just the guy from Christmas Future who comes with the sickle to take you out. Happy holidays, everybody. Merry Christmas. Always a festive time here on the Wicked Rhody podcast.
So jolly.
That's it. Merry Christmas to all, and to all a good night. You can find everything we talked about today on our website, wickedroadypodcast.com.
Come be social with us, guys. We love to see the photos that you post. We can actually see them when you use the hashtag WickedRhody. Not only is it a great hashtag to check out, see the beautiful photos that people have taken in and around the Ocean State, but it's also a great way to spread awareness of this podcast. So since you're listening right now, just know that if you tell a friend or if you use that hashtag, it helps others learn about our podcast.
For advertising and sponsorship information, maybe you got an event coming up in 2019 or something cool you want Mary and I to try. We'd love to do that. WickedRhodiPodcast@gmail.com. Just email us the deets and we will be on it.
Awesome. Well, until next time, folks, my name's Mary Larson.
And I'm Ben DeCastro.
And you've been listening to Wicked Rhody. We'll have more for you next Thursday.
Also, Santa, if you're listening to this podcast, which I know you are, Ben is the one who gets coal. Mary gets the gifts because obviously I'm just a terrible kind of person.
Well, and if you celebrate, guys, Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas to you all.
And Happy Solstice.
Yes, and for our Canadian friends, Happy Boxing Day.
And Festivus.
Yeah, we got that going on. Yeah,
we got a lot of things.
So
Happy
much.
December.
That's it.